It's a nice piece right here.
Kato, if I didn't know any better, I'll be worried about the fact that you fucking Meech's lieutenant.
All right, I caught a body for you. It ain't that motherfucking charge. You said you want to make her straight, right?
What the hell?
Hell no, Kato, I don't want no sausages and shit. Not after seeing the crazy sausage that just left out of my house. You think that you're gonna lure me in with a sausage? Girl, get out of here. What's happening, crew? This is gonna be my episode 7 video breakdown of BMF. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen this thing like 3 times. We're gonna go through here. We're gonna make it fun. And fellas, here's a new warning. You see them cooking sausage, you better wonder what done happened. Especially when a crazy one that just left your crib is like that. You finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Follow me on IG. Communicate with me on IG. Everybody that hits me on IG, I typically respond back. Also follow the Life Gains financial channel. Over there, I'm showing you guys how to do options on Robinhood, how to make a little money, how to pick good stocks. I also do a little real estate, all the things I've done to make some money. Got one more piece of this clip I want you guys to see, and then we're going to go ahead and break this thing down from the beginning.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna do it. I'll do whatever you need me to do. We're just going after Meech.
No, you going after Meech. I'ma handle that one-eyed bandit, and you fuck this shit up, I'ma kill you.
First things first, I love how they start out with these quotes. In the 80s, light skin was in. Has light skin ever been out? I would just say that dark skin has become more accepted. Thank you, Michael Jordan. Thank you, Wesley Snipes. Y'all made it cool to be dark skinned. But in this situation, Meech was feeling like dudes thought that he was soft. He had to let them know he ain't soft. They start this episode out with the sister in the hospital checking on Darius. And man, she is upset. She's distraught. Everything you know a child would be going through in this situation. And then you see Coach Cop, Detective Lopez, coming to get the sister. And before they came and got her, Meech decided to hug the sister and whisper in her ear, you know, do what you got to do. Hold us down. Don't say nothing. And then when they do get the sister in the interrogation room, she told the parents everything that was going on. But I'm thinking to myself, you know, these people haven't been in trouble a lot because everybody know 2 things if you ever been in law enforcement or if you ever been in jail or have gotten caught up in jail before. Number 1, when you make phone calls from prison, just automatically know somebody listening. Number 2, when you go into an interrogation room, they always recording. And so for whatever the reason, the record box wasn't working because they was trying to listen in on what they were saying, but obviously the Fed B turned it off because she didn't want Detective Bryant, Coach Cop, to know what was going on. Now she comes in there, she's trying to put the screws on Nick and basically telling Nick, you know, it's you get in trouble, you lying to the cops. And we had one parent that wanted Nikki to spill the beans, the daddy. We had the other parent that's like, nah, we better not say nothing. And during this era, and even to this day, I mean, I ain't even gonna just say during that era, it's hard trying to trust the police in situations like this because they'll tell you anything to hem you up, especially you an African American, and there ain't no attorney present right here. So in all honesty, probably the smartest thing to do in this situation was to not tell the truth. But I feel Dad when he wants you to be up on the up and up. But we've seen often too many times in the criminal justice system in America, black people trying to be on the up and up wind up getting your ass burnt. And that's what was going to happen with this Fed B. If you blink, you would have lost White Boy Rick being played by Eminem. Maybe they're going to give us more of him next season. Maybe they won't. I just utter to think that they only use him just for this one scene. We get Meech going to talk to Tiny, basically saying we both got a Lamar problem, handle the business. I might give you a little more on the re-up. Of course, Tiny jumps on that. Tiny actually think he's down with the Flanerys right now. And we'll talk about that a little later on, but he thinks he's part of the crew. We see Dad basically telling Mom, we need to get the hell up out of this house. And if you ain't coming, I'm taking my daughter. And I'm with the dad on this one. On this one, Mom still seems to get in and out of the ship called Denial on that river she's on with Terry. She thought that she's made a breakthrough with Terry, and to some degree she has, but it hasn't been enough of a breakthrough. And Dad's like, we in trouble. We need to go. I'm trying to protect what I've got left of my family, which he tried to do this with the mom and the daughter. A couple of episodes ago, Mom wasn't trying to have it. Now the mom knows the full truth, and she still don't want to go. I commend the dad. You can't control nobody else but yourself. You get out of there, take your daughter. We see Lamar looking at what I assume is the Flanery's house, and this crazy Negro is cutting it up and dicing it up and then setting it on fire. And you see how they put that Easter egg in the background of a missing child. And then you see the duct tape and the rope and the gun that Lamar is going to take. And so he's got his little grand plan going, got on this black Superman cape, only to open the door. Here comes Tiny, put a hole in that ass. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this reminds me of that scene from Batman versus Superman when Batman said to Superman,
"Consider this mercy."
Do you bleed? You will.
do you bleed? Well, hell yeah, Lamar ass bleeds because look, he's down on the ground, shot. But I was a little nervous for Tiny and the crew when they was going in there because this dude is crazy. Lamar crazy. Anybody who crazy, you'd rather be in front of them than behind them giving pursuit. And they going all looking throughout the house and shit and looking down doors and steps. And I just thought something was going to happen to one of them, but hey, it didn't. Meech comes and confronts Tiny's like, what the hell y'all doing? Y'all ain't get rid of this man. Y'all know how much of a thorn in everybody's side Lamar crazy ass is, and y'all ain't get rid of him. And this is the moment when Tiny actually tried to pound Meech, and Meech is like, bruh, I'm not pounding you. You ain't in the crew. You ain't in the family. Know your position. Then we get the 50 boys being scooped up by the E-Course police, and Kato being able to blend in, turned herself right back into a female and was able to get on the phone. Detective Lopez rolled right by her, didn't even think twice about it. Smart, Kato, very smart. Then look at this Detroit Diesel Cash Dog / Miss Monique. She did not know what the hell she was about to walk into in that bathroom. But when she gets in there, a shot up Lamar is in there. She's threatening to call the police. Next thing I know, my man commenced to grabbing her, pounding the purity hell out of her. And he probably might have killed her if the daughter wasn't there, and he got embarrassed when he seen the daughter. Ladies, here's another relationship tip. When you first meet somebody and y'all just doing the little dating thing, y'all ain't committed, and the man shows you that he's part crazy, and fellas, you too, because fellas, crazy chicks hit us. If the person you dating shows you they crazy, cut them loose before you let them get the cookies, before you give up the panty drawers, fellas, before you give them the sausage, because it only gets worse. And in this situation, she had already been down the road with this dude, back and forth. She knew it was crazy. She tried to cut him off last episode from his crazy ass, but it was kind of like, he's home. She's so comfortable for him, he thought that he could just break into her damn house. Bruh, you can't do that. People, keep your radars up when you first meeting folks. Don't just fall for the affection and the attraction. If they crazy, it ain't a lot you're going to be able to do with them. Get out of it. Mama Flanery goes back to the attorney and gets rehired. We saw that one coming because we know that these fellas is going to get more than 25 stacks. And then we get Monique talking to Meech, basically letting him know, dropping the dime on a place where Lamar could be at, where he started at right after getting out of jail. And Meech is letting her know that he gonna handle that business. Then Meech goes and meets with his lieutenant, B. Mick, to say, look, bruh, we going to get that ass. We is going to get that ass. And as they're about to make this plan, T looks at his watch. He's got to go somewhere. He ain't really telling Meech where he's going, but we all had an idea where he was going. And before Meech and B. Mickey go off to handle Lamar, Meech tells dude, look, bro, this thing with you and Kato, time to end it. And in this moment, I really felt like B. Mickey was about to end it. And I think in his mind at this moment, he was going to do what he had to do for his homeboy. We get T with Big L in one of her places. And we learn a little bit more of her backstory. Her dad was into the arts, which has put her into the weird arts. And she's so much into the art that she's got people actually butterball naked. I felt like I was in New Jack City in this episode getting painted, making tapestries and shit out of human naked women. And as this is happening, Tia's kind of looking like, damn, some fine ass women up in this bitch. And then she basically is explaining to him, you know, her love of giving back and, you know, all that shit people who do criminal shit say they do because they conscience be bothering them. It happens in a lot of Anglo-Saxons do this. They feel so bad about what happened with slavery. You know, they pillory taxes. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. And they try to give back to make them feel better about the deep, dark shit they keep to themselves that they're doing wrong. So Big L is feeling that. And in essence, she tells T, you're not getting an extension. Handle your business. I did business with you because I thought you could handle business. Then, Lord have mercy, people, we at this funeral for the homie Darius. Po Darius, man. We didn't get to know you long enough, Darius Obama, looking like Obama. They in there singing it up, giving sermons. Pastor Snoop is in there just hamming it up. Look at how he's hamming it up with Darius Grill's mama. I mean, this dude is playing the hell out of a crooked, swaying pastor. He gives a great sermon about the things on the street, but don't y'all got to look at Pastor Snoop with a side eye? Because his ass is in there taking money from Tiny. He know what Tiny's doing on these streets. Then you in here lying in the house of God, forgetting scripture, and then you telling Daddy Flanery you ain't got no money, $5, and when you just got a wad from drug money. So, of course, he's being a hypocrite. If I was anybody in that church, you better watch out for lightning coming down. And they get outside, and the mama, Darius's mother, gives an impassioned speech about how all this is Terry's fault, and there's some truth in that. And the mama knows that the kids is doing drugs, and at this point she does, and she drops the dime on them that they paid for this funeral. Now, this mama is hurting. I didn't like the way she stepped to Nikki trying to usurp the parents because the cops is not really doing their job properly. You ain't supposed to be telling the person that, oh, Nikki know the truth. And you just got to put pressure on. No, that's not your job. That's your job, cops, not this mama's job. This mama's supposed to be grieving. And I didn't like the way she stepped on Nikki, but I did like how Daddy Flanery stepped up and was like, nah, you're not going to be coming for my daughter like that. But at the end of the day, a lot of what Darius's mama said is true. If it had not been for her boys being in the drug game, Darius would be alive. But at the same time, you can talk about the smaller consequences within the grand consequence. Because I've got some comments from some of y'all saying that it's the kids' fault for running. Sure it is. But why are they running in the first place? Because they're being pursued by Lamar, who has beef with the brothers who are in what? The drug gang. And then we get to the scene where Detective Lopez has ran down Meech. And I'm thinking, dude, your ass must be in good shape, man. You ain't hitting them beans too hard. You was able to catch Meech. And as he catches Meech, who comes to the rescue? Kato comes, and she swung up like Barry Bonds and laid out Detective Lopez. Remember, we all said that he was going to die, and his ass is dead, and Meech and Kato get the hell up out of there, man. They running for their life on this one. Then we get to a scene where T's girl is just left the bathroom, and Mama Flanery is in there trying to get her to do the dirty work that she should be doing herself. She's stepping to her grandchild's mother and is wanting her to put pressure on T for basically the mama's failures and not, first of all, being blind to the fact that your son's selling these drugs. Secondly, you find out and then you still trying to save him when you clearly know he's gone. And now that you know he's gone and you couldn't resurrect him, you putting pressure on the baby mama like that's going to help. This baby mama has already been in a situation where she tried to give him an ultimatum. He told her, I'm always going to pick the street. And she going to pick the street now. So I'm not with the mama on trying to put this kind of pressure on this woman to get the son out of the drug game. The woman is already feeling the pressure because she don't want him in the game anyway, because she is concerned about her kid and their well-being. But I didn't appreciate this from the mom. I think the mama could have handled this a little better. Not in the manner she went about doing it. She shouldn't have went about doing it as if you better do it. It should have been like, we need some help in trying to get him back on the straight and narrow. Can you help? Not as this is your mission, Afghanistan, get it done. And do remember, this is the Flanery mama, she is the same woman that was in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the day that Fresh Prince was using because she was the nerd and taking him to dates, giving her street cred. This is the same lady. I just thought you guys should remember that. And then we get back to the scene where now that your girl Kato has killed a cop, she's on that emotional roller coaster. And fellas, I know a lot of y'all hang around women who are in relationships and committed and go through these ups and downs in relationship waiting for these very moments, because when women have these hard swings in their emotions, not all of them, but a lot of them become very vulnerable. And in this moment, Kato came in, shook by what happened. B. Mickey was able to console her. And next thing you know, she taking off her clothes, stripping down. Even though B. Mickey knows in his mind he's supposed to be ending this. And so after they smashed, he said we needed to have a talk. She said we needed to have a talk. And fellas, this is something you shouldn't do either. If you know you're going to end something with a woman, don't smash. Just don't even get in there trying to get one more good turn. Just don't. Because that's a way you can drive people crazy. And I ain't about none of that crazy from nobody. Then we get to the hospital where they pronounce Detective Lopez dead. And this is when Fed B confronts Coach Cop. And she's basically telling him, I know you dirty. I'm going to hang you out to dry because Detective Bryant told me about your relationship with Meech. And I really, really like the way Coach Cop, even though he know he's in the wrong in his mind, they don't know that. He had some backbone here. He stepped in her face and said, fuck you, you Fed bitch. And I was laughing every step of the way. Then we get to the scene where Lamar is in the house, in the bed. And look at the look on Kato's face. Whoa. Hey, after what we done seen this dude done did, singing and shit, at least he wasn't singing. So we know won't nobody about to die in this scene. She looked shook. But the most important part of this scene, my people, the gun that we know was used to kill J-Mo, that B. Mickey has kept. Lamar just put his fingerprints all over it. Right here. Right here. This is how I think they're going to get rid of Lamar in the finale. But anyway, he comes in here and he tells Kato, look, we get the backstory on what happened with Lamar, Kato's daddy. And Lamar took some time, did a bid, took a body for Kato, and this is supposed to be Kato's retribution. You need to go take out Meech. First she said, I'm not going to do it. She hemming and hollering. She eventually says she's going to do it. And all while this is happening, B. Mickey sitting outside like, what the fuck? That's that Lamar coming out my crib? What the fuck? And he comes in the door. Kato in there cooking sausages and shit, trying to set the mood right. And he pulls his gun and he's like, Kato, what the hell? Now, it's amazing to me how in this scene right here, Kato's stressed again. Her breasts seem to disappear. But earlier in this scene, when she was about to smash, them breasts was full and lumpy. I mean, post your comments down below. Am I tripping? But she's got her hands up. The breast is gone. And she's able to let B. Mickey know what is really going on. She wants to go after Lamar. And B. Mickey, who is so far in that vagina, he can't see his ears from the trees. He's acting like he's going to help. But I wanted you guys to post me your comments. Is B. Mickey going to help her go after Lamar? Or is he going to go ahead, tell Meech, and handle business with his homie? We get the ultimatum that we all saw coming. We seen this in 1990 coming to the 2000s. And we pretty much know how this ultimatum is going to end. They're going to separate, and watch Terry going to wind up smashing not only Lala's character, but probably going to be smashing Big L. And then they end this whole episode, my people, on the meetup between Coach Cop and Meech. Coach Cop is telling Meech, look, what you know about how my partner got killed? Meech is like, I don't know nothing. And then Meech further says, I'm not going to help you find out anything. And Coach Cop tries to remind Meech, look, I'm the one with the guns and the balls, young man. I can handle this business. And so it's about to come to the head in the next episode, my people. Coach Cop and Meech, post me all your comments on what you think is going to happen. Let me know how you like this episode. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video. Please comment, subscribe. Definitely get yourself that life game. Be sure to follow me on IG whenever you have questions, comments, and concerns, things you want me to see. Hit me on IG, and also follow the Life Gains Financial channel. Over there, we're helping you guys learn how to navigate stocks, build real estate, get your credit right, and generally save money so that you can ultimately invest your money. Till that next sexy as hell video, I'll see you.